And the Peace Bell itself was put there to mark the 10th anniversary of the signing of the Good Friday Agreement.
We will now see the wreath bearer offering the Queen the laurel wreath that she will lay here in the Garden of Remembrance.
Hello there. Fairly cloudy, but it did stay dry in Dublin. Perhaps a little bit brighter tomorrow here, and certainly across more northern areas it'll be a bit brighter during tomorrow. But we'll keep the cloud tonight, providing some outbreaks of rain, especially across western Scotland. The area of rain tied into this arm of cloud, a weather front which is approaching. Ahead of that, well, not a great deal of brightness today. It has been predominantly cloudy, and the thicker band of cloud from that weather front will bring rain into western Scotland, some for Northern Ireland, spreading south into parts of northern England, northern and west Wales later in the night. Further south, well, generally it will be dry and a mild night again, 12 or 13 degrees, as skies clear later across Scotland and Northern Ireland. Will dip down to single digits, but it will turn increasingly windy in western Scotland with showers coming in here. Now we see that band of rain tracking its way south into the morning, spreading its way steadily across northern England. To the east of the Pennines, though, I think generally it will stay dry here. Across East Anglia in the southeast, like today, expect a lot of cloud and may just be the odd break, a glimmer of sunshine if you're lucky, but overall it will be quite gloomy. Certainly a fairly cloudy start across the southwest of England. A lot of low cloud here. There could well be some rain just trickling towards the north coast of Devon and Cornwall at 8 o'clock. A fairly damp start in Wales too, that rain heading its way towards Cardiff, although parts of North Wales already starting to turn drier. The overnight rain's gone from Northern Ireland, some brighter skies here, but also a flurry of showers, and western Scotland will be peppered with showers throughout the day. Quite blustery conditions across the northwest, but there should be some good spells of sunshine across northeast Scotland. Parts of northeast England also brightening up. This band of thicker cloud and rain gradually trickling southwards, but as it does so, the rain really fizzles out, so we get no more really than a few spots across parts of the Midlands and southwest England, and not a great deal across the southeast corner. Brightening up behind, temperatures 13 to 16 degrees, nothing too special. We may reach 20 degrees Celsius before that thicker cloud arrives across the southeast. That is tied in with that weather front, which will bring a few spots of rain across the southeast, but nothing much more than that as it pulls away slowly during the early hours of Thursday morning. Behind it, clear skies, promising a sunny start to Thursday, so some fine conditions. There will be a few showers, chiefly over western part of Scotland, but many places looking dry and fine on Thursday, and for many, temperatures could just be a little bit higher because there may well be a little bit more in the way of sunshine. Now, we keep the theme going into Friday with Scotland and Northern Ireland bearing the cloud and the outbreaks of rain. Much of England and Wales staying dry, and the rest of the sunshine probably across East Anglia and the southeast, where, truth be told, we could really do with a little bit of rain. There is more weather details, as always, available online, but that's all from me for now.
Today at 6, we're in Dublin on the opening day of the Queen's historic visit to Ireland. An official welcome for the first British monarch to visit the Republic since its creation almost 90 years ago. A powerful symbol of reconciliation after a long, turbulent history, as the Queen lays a wreath to remember those who fought for Irish independence. On the streets of Dublin, there are some who resent the Queen's presence, but most Irish people seem to welcome the royal visit.
This is a day we're making history and it's nice to be part of it.
The Queen is welcome, heads of state are welcome. Everybody is welcome.
Also tonight, inflation jumps to its highest level for 2.5 years. Higher transport fares push up the cost of living. Inflation hits 4.5%, squeezing the family budget.
What happens is you're continually juggling, you know, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, or I'm late paying bills now, which I never used to be.
Millie Dowler's mother collapses in court as she describes how her daughter's death took her to the brink of insanity. One man and his dog, pictures of a remarkable helicopter rescue after they fell 200 feet off a cliff.
And coming up in Sports Day at 6:45 on the BBC News Channel, Cardiff and Reading prepare to do battle for the right to meet Swansea in the Championship playoff final at Wembley.
A very good evening from Dublin Castle on the first day of the Queen's visit to Ireland. Indeed, it's the first ever visit by a British monarch to the Irish Republic, a fact which underlines the turbulent relationship between the two states over so many years. The moment of greatest symbolic power came this afternoon when the Queen laid a wreath at the Garden of Remembrance in Parnell Square, the place where those who fought for Irish independence are honoured. The Queen arrived at around midday among the tightest security possible after a bomb was discovered overnight on a bus bound for Dublin. Well, first this evening, our royal correspondent Nicholas Witchell reports on the events of this historic visit so far.
It is just an hour's flying time from London, and yet this particular flight has taken decades to get here. In the 60th year of her reign, and wearing a coat of emerald green, Queen Elizabeth of Britain was finally able to step onto the soil of Britain's nearest neighbour, Ireland. It looked as so many other state visits have looked, with the honour guard and the dignitaries. Yet here was a moment of history. A visit which signifies the end to centuries of enmity and suspicion, and which, it is hoped, introduces something new and better. The Queen was brought into a Dublin in which much of the city centre was in a state of lockdown. Security concerns had prompted the authorities to discourage spectators. A pipe bomb had been found and defused overnight outside Dublin. In Phoenix Park stands the building which was once the home of the British viceroys who governed Ireland in the name of the Queen's ancestors. It is now the residence of Ireland.